everyone, my name is Selena and welcome to another Friday Reads video. This weekend I decided to join the 48-hour reading bookathon challenge thing. It's hosted, I believe, by Mother Reader, and I'll leave a link to the blog down below. I found out about it by watching Rincey Reads video today, and so I figured since I wasn't planning on doing much anyway this weekend, I might as well give this a go. I have been foregoing readathons that have been happening previously just because I haven't had much time, but I think I can do this one, so I'm going to give it a go. So my TBR for this weekend is a bit packed, but for good reason. I'm trying to get a lot of things read, hopefully, in this 48-hour period. First up is going to be Dragon and Soldier by Timothy Zahn. It is book 2 in the Dragonback series. We are continuing the story with a Kada dragon warrior and his friend Jack. And Jack and this dragon are trying to uncover the mystery as to why the dragon and his whole army battalion ship was blown up before things get too serious and before it spells the extinction of his whole species and his whole race. So they are in pursuit of answers, in pursuit of the truth. They are starting to become more like friends in this book. The last book, it seemed like they were together more out of necessity than actual true friendship. But I think in this book, hopefully I will see more of the friendship between the dragon and Jack emerge. So hopefully this will be a fun and quick read. It is a middle grade science fiction book, so hopefully it wouldn't take too much time. Next up is William Shakespeare's The Winter's Tale. I'm reading this because I just today bought my ticket to see the Hudson Valley Shakespeare Troupe put on Winter's Tale. They usually do a comedy and a tragedy, so this year they're putting on a Winter's Tale, and usually they'll take a nice spin on it, like, you know, setting it in space or something like that. The last time I was there, they did Much Ado About Nothing. Yeah, Much Ado About Nothing, and it was set in the 1970s, and that was really, really fun to watch. So I'm super excited for that, but I haven't read The Winter's Tale since grad school. Although that wasn't too long ago, I just don't quite remember all the details of the plot. I do know it involves a couple and a friend of that couple coming to stay, and they're enjoying some good times with that visit, but then the husband starts to become jealous of his wife, thinking that the wife and the friend are having an affair. The wife is also pregnant, which leads more for the husband to ponder and to maybe get suspicious about. And then I think the rest of the plot is just him coming to the truth of things. And so yeah, I'm gonna have to read it because you can tell I don't quite remember all the details, but hopefully it'll be quick and fun. Next is a science fiction book called The New World, and I got this new at Barnes & Noble. It's dual authored. Eli Horowitz and Chris Adrian are the authors. It's a story about a husband and wife, and the wife is told that her husband has recently died, so she's going to go to view the body, but when she does, she realizes that his head has been detached from his body. And so when she tries to figure out why this happened and who took his head, she realizes that he had enlisted his head in this new group cult religion thing where it's being preserved cryogenically and then brought back into the future and brought back alive in the future. And so the book then starts to follow two timelines, two streams. So you have the wife, who would be, I guess, considered the present, and then the husband, who is in the future, and they're coming to terms with the decisions that was made. I think this is interesting. It's a different take on, like, you know, the afterlife kind of story. And yeah, hopefully it'll be fun reading. I'm not too sure how I feel about dual authored books, so I'm trying to give a few of them a go just to see if I like it or not, but we'll see. Next up is another science fiction book that I started reading. I put it down, but hopefully during this readathon I will be able to pick it back up again and finish it. It's Love in the Age of Mechanical Reproduction by Judge Treicher. Not sure. But yeah, it's a book that takes place think it would be considered like near distant future. Not too far in the future, I don't think, in Los Angeles. And we follow a young man who is in love with an android, and they're trying to escape their community, their town, because androids are discriminated against. They are basically like the workhorses of the community, and they don't have many rights. So he's trying to get some money to take her and him over to another island where they can hopefully live in peace. But from what I got from the little blurb, the description is that someone finds the android and basically breaks her up and sells her parts, and so now he's on a quest to find the various parts of his love and bring her back together so then that they can then leave and be safe. So I just thought that was an interesting spin on just, you know, like a love story. So hopefully that'll be a good and quick read. Lots of action, I hope. I'm hoping for lots of action. Then I am picking up a book that I received through Goodreads, The War of the Encyclopedias. This is another dual-authored book by Christopher Robinson and Gavin Covite. I think that's how I'm going to pronounce the name. It is the story of two young men who are embarking on, I believe, grad school, but then one of the young men then decides to go to war, but then the other young man decides to stay. And so their lives kind of follow different streams. One man goes and continues in academia while the other man pursues life as a soldier. But they remain connected through this Wikipedia page that they're both editing. And so while you have parts of the story that are separate and you get to see how they are growing in their different spheres, you also see them connecting and their friendship through this Wikipedia page. I haven't started this book at all, but it does look interesting. Just the premise looked interesting to me, which is why I asked for it on Goodreads, and I hope to at least get started with it during this 48-hour readathon. And the last book that I have is Roald Dahl's More About Boy, Roald Dahl's Tales from Childhood. So I never read about a boy. I know parts of it, but I haven't read the whole autobiography. But this looked really, really fun, and it has pictures in it and writings and just fun stuff about Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl, the author of, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Matilda, stories like that, if you didn't know. But yeah, so I think this would be a fun read. I'm trying to read more nonfiction, and what can be more fun than Roald Dahl? I don't know. But yeah, this will be my nonfiction pick for the week or for maybe the next 2 weeks. I don't read many nonfiction books, but hopefully I'll get into that. Let me know down below what you guys are reading, and if you're going to join the 48-hour readathon, let me know too, because I'd love to know what you're reading and how you get along. I will try to vlog throughout the 48-hour, 48-hour readathon, just to show where I'm at, how far I'm going, how deranged I am because I'm not getting enough sleep. All that fun stuff will be there for you. Have a good day. Bye.